one of your other more recent articles over at America Out Loud. And it details, I suppose, the hubris of humanity, doesn't it? That, the article is titled Human Puppeteers Calling the Shots for Mother Nature. And, it is about this hubris that we think that we can control this thing that we live on just like every other creature on the face of the earth.
Yes, it really is absolutely absurd. The choice of man-caused global warming as the fraud they launched to take over the government of the world was a strange one in my eyes because it's so absolutely ridiculous. But when you own the media and everything people read and hear and see is about it, and they have little science training, they actually think man has the ability to control the thermostat of the earth. We have zero capacity to do that. And the whole idea of blaming everything on man's carbon dioxide, which makes up like 0.1% of the entire atmosphere, was intended to control all energy, to control the number of children you have, because we exhale carbon dioxide. So energy controls the world. And if you blame it all on carbon dioxide, you need the UN to be in charge of everything. One country doesn't make much difference. So the whole world has to be in sync. You have a more powerful UN and ultimately a one world government. That's what they're looking at. But one of the things about them is they're really not dumb. The leaders of the whole program know we cannot run our economy on wind and solar. In fact, they know well if we get rid of fossil fuel, energy will have to be rationed. That's exactly what they want. If you ration energy to the entire country, to all industries, to all people, you absolutely control society. So that is really their goal. It's evil, Sheila. There's no other way to call it. They are evil. They know what they're doing. And sadly, the rank and file population of both our countries don't understand the science. You can imagine it drives me crazier than the average person because I've spent my life in the science, and they're launching lie after lie after lie. So that's what I do. I work 7 days a week writing articles, publish them in numbers of places, explaining to people in different ways that man has zero impact on the temperature of our planet.
There's a line or 2 or 3 lines in a paragraph that you've written here, and it reads, radical environmentalists are not interested in taking over a single country or even many. Ruling the whole world is their only goal. So an all-powerful United Nations and completely a one-world government is their path to success. Practically no vehicle other than climate change has a chance at achieving this. After all, the climate is everywhere on Earth, and for the environmental communist movement to succeed, everywhere on Earth must be controlled. And, when I read that, it reminded me of, East Germany. And you had to capture everybody because communism doesn't work if people can leave. And so you can't confine people to their countries anymore, but we are all confined to the earth. So naturally, the next step, if you want communism, you've got to control everything, the entire face of the earth. And as you rightly point out, the only existential threat the left wants us to believe is truly out there. It's global warming. It's perfect for them.
Your analogy to East Germany is absolutely excellent. That is what they want, is total control. And actually, environmentalism is the new communism.
Yeah.
When the wall came down in East Germany, and when the Soviet Union failed, Mr. Gorbachev left power in the Soviet Union and started a new environmental organization. And he was smart enough to realize that if you put the environment ahead of mankind and you create falsehoods of bad things happening to the environment and tell people it's just immoral to treat the environment badly, you get the control that you just described, Sheila. So environmentalism, radical environmentalism, is truly the new communism. It saved communism, and that's really what they're after. And Gorbachev knew that when he left office. Now, certainly there are good people working to protect the environment. I have a PhD basically in environmental science, and I have worked to protect our environment. I helped write the 7 safety net bills in the United States back in the 70s that protect our air, our water, our soil, our waste disposal, our agriculture, and so on. We're really all positive environmentalists, but the leadership of the radical organizations really are communists at heart, and they want world domination. And you said it correctly, they have to control all people. There can't be people allowed to go their own way. And the novel 1984 and Aldous Huxley's Brave New World, they are evil. We're in a battle of good versus evil, and we know which side we're on.
If you'd like to get access to my show, as well as other great TV-style shows too, like Ezra's Nightly, Ezra Levant Show, and David Menzies' Friday night show, Rebel Roundup, just go to rebelnews.com/subscribe. That's rebelnews.com/subscribe.